We are delighted welcoming you here today for a very important topic, one of my favorite topics, which is motivation. My name is Sarah, and I'm joined here by my lovely colleague, Raj. What is motivation, you may ask, right? Well, motivation is the driving force behind all our actions. Now, it is the enthusiasm that we do for things when we do something, right? Motivation is what ticks our clocks, basically. It's very important in everything we do. As a matter of fact, motivation is what actually keeps us up every morning, I would dare to say. What do you think, Raj?
Absolutely, Sarah. I believe truly first thing that all our leaders, especially I would say people from the network marketing, all our leaders here in Crowd One, they're all the self-motivators. But I also feel essentially sometimes the motivation is required from someone else. A source of inspiration is required from the other person as well. I mean, no matter how brilliant a self-motivator you are, it's also important to try or get the essence of motivation or inspiration from other people. And therefore, we are here today with most of us to make sure that all of you in the calls across the world, yes, we do see a couple of numbers here, but we have just got an intimation that we are having about 322 people from Korea.
Wow.
We are live streaming with about 279 people from Vietnam, and it goes on and on. And I'm sure China, you would have a good number.
Oh, yeah, China is actually, we are talking thousands and thousands, actually. Yeah, well, it's great because motivation is certainly a topic that is relevant to all of us. It doesn't matter in what culture you are, what country you are, in what, job you are, actually. Because motivation is really in everything we do. And with the right motivation, it will, give us that ammunition to step it up, to move further, to reach our goals and to surpass those goals.
Absolutely. And today we have with us few of our delighted, honorary, and I would say top Crowd One leaders who have proven to be an example of epic motivation. The reason why I say they are proven to be an example is quite simple. They are the ones who have known the way, shown the way, gone the way. Undoubtedly, they have had their own pluses and minuses. But in spite of that fact, it's a business. So a sinusoidal turn in business is quite obvious. But they are those examples who have actually been in on the field, keeping themselves motivated, keeping their teams motivated. And I believe most of us, we draw an inspiration from them. Today, the speakers that you would be hearing, please make sure that you take a great, important note of how they move ahead with things. Today, you would also see, I would like to add some great creative insights and creative heads who would be telling you and showing you their beautiful creativity and thoughts that they have put up into the business.
That is right. And with no further ado, I would like to introduce to you the first speaker of today's Leader Speak session. And we are very happy to welcome Emilka from Curacao. And Emilka will tell you all about personal motivation. So make sure that you take notes because this will be exciting, I'm sure.
Just a couple of words more for Emika before she comes in on the picture is we have had a couple of meetings with Emika, and trust me, she is a source of inspiration. She's a powerhouse of inspiration.
Indeed.
Because she does not stop in one way. And I have seen her, I'm sure she'll be talking, Emika, you would be talking more, but I have seen the kind of creativity that she's installed in the business. Be it the business presentation, she was away from the normal, boring business presentation, and she has introduced her own new innovative ways. Not just that she's into the business, but she's also a great fashion designer. Amazing. And I have seen her in her photos in various fashion weeks. Much more to say, but let's hear it from our speaker of the day, Emika.
Yes, Emilka, the floor is yours.
Hello. Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much, Sarah. You guys hear me?
Absolutely, loud and clear, Emika.
Oh, yes.
Okay, nice, good. So it's my pleasure to be here. It's for me, it's an honor. Unfortunately, I do not have a lot of time because, we are like three leaders that we need to bring up our motivation kind of stuff. So what I am going to show you is rather to talk about motivation itself. I'm going to show or share my story. I'm going to share my story in Crowd1. And from that story, I'm for sure that you will learn a lot because that's how I've learned in Crowd1 and that made me the person that I am today. So without further ado, let's start. And I will start like this. The first story is my introduction into Crowd1. Let's hear it. All started in the beginning of 2019 when I was in there were only 3,000 members per month. Now it is the number 50 million people. I'm really happy for that. But I know I need to become a better designer. Because you need these 10 years of working I've learned valuable life lessons that have me to tell self-witness and experience. So the power of intention in marriages and on many occasions. Sorry for that, but I just got notification. I've got a notification that you guys cannot hear. Can you hear? Yes or no, please?
The voice on the video, Emeka, was not quite clearly audible.
Okay, let me see that it's on computer audio.
Yeah, and I think when you start showing
Computer audio.
And I think when you start showing that video, you can mute yourself so that probably there is no hindrance and we can hear the video voice.
Okay, let's see because I needed. Let's see now. Sorry for that. We are live indeed.
Super.
All started in the beginning of 2019. One second. Did you hear it now?
Yes, the first part was audible even.
Okay, good.
Let's see. Yeah.
All started in the beginning of 2019 when I registered with Crowd1. There were only 3,000 members on board. Now in 2023, there are more than 50 million registered members with Crowd1. I've been a part of Crowd1 for 4 years now, and I can confidently say that I am a loyal and proud Crowd1 member. Why? Because during these 4 years of working with Crowd1, I've learned valuable life lessons that have helped me develop as a person. I have witnessed and experienced the power of intention in many ways and on many occasions, and I have lived by the principles of believing in myself. Because that's what I have learned from specifically 2 persons that I look up to in this business. No matter the disappointments, rocky roads, or whatever other kind of situation around me, I keep strong and confident. These 2 pillars, the power of intention and belief in oneself, are the foundation of me today as a strong, confident, resilient, creative, free-spirited, and self-made lady. In addition, Crowd1 has also introduced me to freedom, both financial freedom and freedom in existence. I can tell, experiencing such a level of freedom is a supernatural blessing for life, even with no time in my pocket, because money comes, money goes. I mean, money is energy. You know it, right? So even with no time in my pocket, I live in abundance since then, without stress and in full harmony. Why? Because once you experience prosperity, and at the same time, you understand your power of human being and the depth of the power of intention, you will understand that you are able to create wealth whenever you want to. And if you have it or not material-wise, in your existence, abundance will stay the same. And that's the beauty of life. I've achieved many things through Crowd One, and I am forever grateful to those who have helped me in this journey. I firmly believe in the power of human being. Everything is within your reach. Everything starts with just a thought and materialize by taking the right actions, by staying laser focused on your target. I have witnessed how the power of intention of others has transformed and crystallized in Crowd One and made a big impact on my life. So if all of us do the same and in the right way, we surely will impact the world. And by seeing that, the next story, the main actor in the next story that I'm going to share with you is my upline, my direct sponsor. I mean, your direct sponsor is very important in your life. And in my life and in this business, my direct sponsor has played a great role. So let's hear it. Today, I want to share with you my experience with Neil Louisa and Crowd One and the lessons I learned along the way. O'Neill is a highly experienced networker with almost 35 years of experience, and he is, for me, the best recruiter I have ever met in my life. He possesses a special ability to convince people, and he is also driven to motivate them to achieve their goals. No matter what obstacles they may face, he is like, on the ball with them. When O'Neill approached me about joining his team in Crowd One, I was doing well in the fashion industry, working with top celebrities and fashion magazines in Europe and in the States with my model agency. I was passionate and proud of my work and business. And I wasn't sure if network marketing was something for me. But O'Neill didn't give up. He contacted me every day and assigned me tasks to contact people. And he was mentoring me without me even know that, So he was mentoring me as a networker. He once told me, if I found a serious network marketing company with a binary system, I will become a millionaire in no time. And then he found Crowd One. Within 6 to 8 months, O'Neill had built a team of more than 800,000 people from all over the world. He started Crowd One in Africa, Latin America, Europe, and Asia, making his first €1,000,000 and accomplishing all his goals. And I achieved more success than I ever dreamed of, thanks to his guidance and support. But the most exciting thing about my experience with Crowd One is seeing the impact that has had on people's lives. People who were once poor in Africa become rich in no time, and others from all countries in the world paid off their debts, bought houses, cars, and more. It's truly remarkable to witness the positive changes that can happen when people are given the right opportunities. And this is why I am here today. I want to share with you the lessons I learned from O'Neill and my experience with Crowd One, so that you can take action and make positive changes in your own life and the lives of those around you. The first lesson I learned is to never underestimate opportunities. When O'Neill first approached me about network marketing, I was, not convinced. But I realized that I was limiting myself and my potential by not being open to new opportunities. You never know what doors can open when you say yes to new experiences. The second lesson I've learned is to be passionate and committed to everything you do. O'Neill was passionate about network marketing and he believed in it with his heart and soul. That passion and commitment rubbed off on me, and it's what helped me achieve more success than I ever dreamed of. The third lesson I learned is to set clear intentions that benefit others. O'Neill always told me that network marketing is not just about making money for yourself, but also about helping others along the way. When you set clear intentions that benefits others, you create a ripple effect of positivity that can change the world. The fourth and final lesson I learned is to always have a positive mindset. O'Neill was always optimistic and positive, even in the face of challenges and obstacles. That positivity is contagious, and it's what helped me overcome my own doubts and fears. So, what does all this means for you? It means that you too can achieve your goals and make a positive impact on the world. It means that you too can say yes to new opportunities, be passionate and committed in everything you do. Set clear intentions that benefits others.
And last but not least, this last story that I'm going to share with you. The main actor is someone that all of us should be very, but very, very proud of. Let's see it.
I met Mr. Jonas for the first time during the inaugural incentive trip of Crowd One in 2019, which was a cruise in the Mediterranean Sea aboard the Bellissima cruise ship. That experience left a profound impact on me. In the middle of the ocean, I felt for the first time the true freedom my life had become. And the treatment we received on board made me feel like royalty. But what really stood out for me during that trip was Mr. Jonas' passion and determination. He spoke to us with sincerity and conviction, and his vision for Crowd One was palpable. He said something that touched me and has stayed with me since ever.
World, we will change it forever. People will look on the picture from this cruise 5-10 years when we change everything. It's like when social media started, when Facebook started, when all those companies. I always say like this to people, a lot of people dreaming about being in the room in 1978 when Bill Gates was starting Microsoft. Being there, have the chance to put in some money to the company, right? Or being in the same room as Steve Jobs, or being in the room when Elon Musk decided to start a car company. Think about having the chance to put in some dollars into Elon Musk's company. I've said this to people, that's what most people are dreaming about. But you need to remember one thing. Right now, this group of about 200 people will say that about you because you are in the room right now. And if you do this right, all of you will become really, 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 really wealthy.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jonas is a gentleman with contagious passion in his work. He has abundant creativity and an undeniable determination and commitment to his members. Above all, his sincere intention to become the #1 network marketing company in the world and make a positive impact on people's lives is evident. The success of Crowd One can be attributed to its founding by good and sincere intentions. The vision and mission of the company says it all. The company's vision is to provide sustainable business opportunities for everyone, and its mission is to change people's lives for the better. And that's exactly what Crowd One has done. The company has attracted 50 million members, broken all records, and become more solid day by day. Crowd One has changed the lives of millions of people around the world. And I have confidence and conviction that it will remain in business for a long time to come. But this isn't just about Crowd One. It's about the power of words and the impact that they can have when spoken with sincerity. Mr. Jonas' words have had a profound impact on me and on countless others. And I believe that they can inspire us all to do great things. So today I want to encourage you to embrace Mr. Jonas' vision for Code One and for the world. Let's work together to create a better future for ourselves and for those around us. Let's continue to share the benefits of Code One with others, and let's continue to make a positive impact on the world. Thank you, Mr. Jonas, for the passion and conviction with which you created Code One, which has become a blessing for millions around the world. And thank you all for listening. Let's go out there and change the world.
Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much, Sarah, and all those that are online. Thank you for listening. I do hope we meet sometimes around the world at Code One's offices.
Wow, thank you so much, Milka. That was brilliant. It was really, really
Thank you.
say, wow, you're such a great speaker also. And I think all of us, I made many notes myself, and I'm quite sure that many of you also did the same ones. You talked about the importance of having self-confidence, to have the intention, but also the laser focus to reach those goals, right? And
Yes.
I love the fact that you spoke about your upline and the fact that he was mentoring you, because I think when you are in this business, it's very important that you have a strong team. And of course, that goes
Exactly.
up and down because we're in it together. And if you are successful, that means I'm successful. So it is helping each other out, look after each other. And also when we have, a negative day or a bad day, usually that's when you have your friends or your uplines or downlines helping you overcoming that and again get your focus back on the right things. And I do.
Exactly. And
Yes.
sorry, that and mostly that means that you need to be a good leader because my upline, Mr. O'Neill Lisa, was a good leader to me. That's why now, or during the time, I needed to, be a good leader to my downline. So that's duplicated, So you need to be a good leader too.
Very
Not only your upline needs to be a good leader to you, you need to be a good leader to your downlines.
Indeed, walk the talk, as we say, right? Very, very important. And good reminders for all of us, indeed. Also, I do love the fact that you spoke about the importance of having passion and the positive mindset, because at the end of the day, that's what will take you further. So once again, thank you so much for a brilliant, inspirational speech.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And with that, then we are going to have our second speaker for today. So let me now first see how I do the spotlight. Here we go. Replace, yes. So I'm very, very happy to introduce our second speaker, who is all the way from Philippines, Mr. Aurelio. I hope I pronounced your name correct. And you will be talking today about, how you motivate your teams and so on. So we all are very excited to hear from you. So the stage is yours.
Yes, hello, Ma'am Sarah, Sir Raj, and the rest of us in the entire part of the different countries in the world. We are, yeah. So to those who have heard me for the first time, I am Aurelio Daiso from the Philippines. I started Crowd One way back in 2019. So almost more than 3 years now. And I am grateful I have seen this opportunity that has changed my life. I am a teacher by background and I had been looking for options when I was teaching then. Until such time, I decided to leave my job too early in 2013, searching for opportunities out there, venturing on different network marketing industries and part-time real estate agent, something like that, entering into insurance agent, and yeah, still in search. So when Crowd One came into my life, that was the time I was no longer interested in network marketing. And I told to the person who invited me, I just go, but I do not show any commitment in joining the business. But yeah, unknowingly during the time after the presentation, a person from the Netherlands came here to Philippines and introduced me this business. After the presentation, I signed in and I joined Crowd One. And from that moment on, I decided to do this business. Yeah, little by little, I was able to condition myself to adjust myself to this kind of business. First time in my life, I join an international community like this. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the founder of Crowd One, Sir Jonas, in the management. Of course, those working in the management like Ma'am Zara, Sir Raj, and the rest of you. Thank you so much for this platform that we could inspire a lot more people. And Mom Zara was asking me to please talk about motivation. My story is a bit different from the story of the first speaker, the first person who spoke ahead of me, because the person who introduced me this business is no longer in this business, meaning he quitted, she quitted. She is no longer in Crowd One. For some reasons, I don't know, but the motivation in the inside of me remains because Crowd One has provided a complete platform where you could educate yourselves through the Mindo lessons, the courses, and if you want to learn about crypto, you have a lot of tools that you can use. And aside from that, you have the people in the company that are actively sharing insights. You have the different teams from the different groups who could also share, their insights to you. And what keeps us going here is because we strongly believe in the vision of the company. The vision we see is evolving from time to time, that the world business changes, that the technology changes, but we always align ourselves with what is going on in the internet market. Yeah, it's just like mentioned earlier about our vision is awesome, it's fantastic. It is basically changing a lot of people's lives. And the great thing with this is if you're in this business and you are going to work with the vision of the company and your personal vision as well. I am so fortunate enough that I was able to invite people whose vision is bigger than mine. And the person I invited is more focused, laser focused than I am, I think, because she builds her teams faster than I am. So she is now President to Star. I am President One, meaning it's a legitimate business because you can overtake the person who invited you if you are smarter enough and faster than him. And that's what happens to me. And it gives me fulfillment and satisfaction because I shared the C1 platform to her. If I didn't, then she couldn't reach that level. And I am happy more and more people achieving their dreams, achieving their goals, not only in my team, but in the different teams. Those that we met in the international travels are very inspiring. Yeah. So we we focus on ourselves, on our vision, what we want to be, what we want to get in this business, and what we want to share to others. Second point I wanna mention is passion, which was mentioned earlier by the first speaker. And passion is indeed contagious. That if we keep the passion burning, yeah, it will radiate to the teams. And passion can be seen in your eyes, in your smile, if you have that passion enough to help other people succeed. We admit that there were points in time in our lives when we were already satisfied with the accomplishment that we get. Remember, I was a teacher for 16 years and I had been satisfied for receiving small income. That when I was Director 3 star was already a very good level for me. And during that time, I told myself, oh, I think this is already a satisfying level on my part. And I think there's no need to work hard anymore. But when the management reminded me that this is a sort of a mission, I changed my mind and continued sharing the business, which means there is no end of sharing it. It's because if I stop, it is as good as I am also so selfish that I am telling myself it's only Mr. Daiso who will be successful in this business. And why not show this to a person who also have a goal, a person who is who is a success seeker. Yeah. So keep sharing it. You can change one life at a time, no matter how fast or slow you build the business. So long as you are building it, you're gonna come to a point you will see results. That's why when you make results, then that's the story you will tell, and that's the passion you are going to have in you, that you are going to share it to others. Maybe your team, maybe the other helplines, other teams, doesn't matter. And one thing I wanted to point out that we put value on the results we have, on the learnings that we get in our business, not only the finances. It's true, yeah. We achieve financial freedom, but more than that is the time freedom we have. So we were now able to travel some parts of the world, like going to Dubai twice, going to Singapore, and yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to Thailand because of some personal reasons. But next travel, I will come, and a lot more that we put value in this business, because when you stay longer in this business, you will try to see that consciously or unconsciously, you will be internalizing the positive attitude, the positive mindset, the value of friendship, because you will now become friends with different people from the different parts of the globe. Yeah, so you meet Australians with different accent. It's okay, but they are very good people. You meet Vietnamese, Koreans, Chinese, different people in this business, and the common denomination or denominator is they want to still value in not only in themselves but to their teams, the value of yeah, helping people, the value of having a legacy to the next generation, a lot more that they can share and a lot more that we can share. So I want to talk more, but the time is so limited. I want to talk next time. And yeah, to the newcomers in the C1 platform, keep going, keep going, keep going. Whether others are flying, it's okay. Others are walking. Maybe you are crawling. It's okay. You are still moving. So long as we are moving in this business, a lot of opportunities coming in. We are talking about motivation. That's what we call intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation, as we learn in our Mindo courses. When we continue learning our Mindo, it will tell us, yeah, when the more you have some intrinsic motivation, that will now be a self discipline that is going to keep you moving even in times of difficulties. You will learn resilience, you will learn patience, and you will learn a lot in that area. But of course, we have a lot of external motivators right now. They're coming in of Planet IX, the number one in the Polygon network. The metaverse is said to be bigger than Planet IX. The C1 token, the overall magnet that is going to amplify the business of C1. And of course, the Emperor's Night that will change the Web3 world forever in the mobile gaming, which you can receive BTC, RNT, tokens in your wallet, in your pocket. A lot more to come to motivate you and I, because they say you cannot motivate someone who is already demotivated in himself. Because there are two kinds of people. The first is the success seeking people and the failure avoiders. And in the process of doing C1 business, you have three types. You will be meeting three types of people. People who make things happen. The second is people who watch things happen. And the third kind of people is people who do not know what is happening. For all of us here in the C1, I hope all of us are those people who are going to make things happen. So with this, thank you very much, Ma'am Sarah, Sir Raj, and the rest of you. And good evening from Philippines.
Thank you so much for that. That was also very interesting and very lovely. I did take a lot of notes, and you talked about many of the things that we already heard from Amilcar before, but basically, you know, about the motivation, you know, winners don't quit, right? The importance of having vision, you know, and the positive, you know, the positive mindset, because we know that is contagious, and so is passion, right? So if we are passionate in what we do, usually it tends to help, right? And I do love the fact that we are across the world. So yes, there are many friendships to be built for sure. At the moment, we are, you know, 50 million people in so many countries around the world, and we are still increasing. So it is amazing, and it is really important that we keep on moving. Very, very important. And also, by the way, thank you for mentioning some of all the great products that we have. You know, Mindo, for example, Planet IX, and also Emperor Knights, that will definitely, you know, revolutionize everything that we do, I believe. So 14th of June is the day to keep in your diaries. But thank you very much for that, Aurelia. And now we are actually gonna have our last speaker for today. And I'm extremely happy and look forward to welcoming Caroline from South Africa. And Caroline will tell us about, you know, how to keep strong and stay ahead in the game. And this, my dear friends, is super important in everything we do. So with no other words than that, please, Caroline, the stage is yours.
Good day. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Raj. And hello, all my fellow speakers and leaders across the world. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. It is such an honor, and I'm really very grateful for the opportunity. I want to share my screen, so just give me, where do I go now? Yes, and sorry, yeah, share. Okay. Okay, Sarah, is that the first? Can you see my slide there?
Yes, we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, good. Of course, technology is not my strong point, but yeah, getting there. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that I have not been in network marketing for long. Actually, Crowd1 is my first network marketing company. So I cannot speak from years and years of experience like many of the leaders here, but I do want to touch on a few points that has worked for me and that I trust it will help someone in some way. So the topic of my talk today is how to keep strong and stay ahead of the game. So to stay ahead of the game, you need to be at least in the game. So I like this quote that Jeanette put on the WhatsApp group earlier the week. You can defeat most of your competition by simply not quitting. So as far as I actually want to go further and saying that by not quitting, you can defeat most of your challenges. You can defeat your fears, your doubt, your insecurities by simply not quitting. Is it always easy? Definitely not. But is it worth your try to do your utmost best and get the results you want? For sure. Now, there is a passage in the Bible that I want to quote. It says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you are not in control of the things around the world, by your government, what it does or what it doesn't do, by the world economics, or a lot of the negative things that happen around the world. But you are in control of what you're thinking about, either negative or positive. And you need to react, and how you need to react on circumstances depends on entirely what you're thinking about. So 4 years in this business, and we are still growing strong. And that's the only reason is because we did not quit. Now, often in Zooms, I hear leaders say, you need to have a strong why. And at first I thought, you know what, this is a network marketing cliche. But then when things are getting tough and the challenges come, you do need something to help you stay strong and motivated. And I had to go and find out more about network marketing in order to remind myself, why did I choose network marketing as a vehicle to success? Is it just for the money? Is it giving you more time with your loved ones? Do you want to help people? Are you looking for a passive income? Or are you saving towards your retirement? What motivates you so strongly that you are not willing to quit, but that you will push through even when the going gets tough? You have to be positive, even when the odds are against you. You have to believe in yourself and keep pushing until you get to the point. Now, one of the things that I like about network marketing is the fact that you are not alone. And a lot of the speakers have mentioned it already and touched on it as already. You have a whole team of people working alongside you, be it your upline, your downline, or your crossline. But by growing your team, you are networking with other marketers, and each of them come to your team with their own experience, their own dreams, personalities, strengths, and weaknesses. So find the strengths in your team. If you're not one for talking to crowds or people, let someone in your team who loves talking to people or connecting with people take that responsibility, and maybe you can focus on training or guiding members with the back office, helping them to understand. Or perhaps a team member is very good at social media, so give them the platform to maybe teach others in that area. You don't need to have to be the expert on all levels, but make use of the talents and knowledge of your team. We are better together, and we need each other. And I'm very grateful for the amazing leaders we have in the company, and they share their strengths and their knowledge and abilities with the rest of us, not benefiting financially from it. They only do it because they care, and I'm very appreciative of that. So more consistency, the more results, and the more results, the more doors open up for you. So one of the things that helped me to be consistent is to have a schedule for myself. It can be easy to pile up tasks and promises, but a calendar, a planner, or a schedule will keep you on track. A schedule will help you plan and plan your day so that you can get everything done on time. It will also help you understand your commitments of what you have time for and what you don't. So I set reminders for myself on a weekly basis. When a Zoom comes up, I know my reminder will go off and remind me it's Zoom time. So when I get busy, that I don't forget and maybe miss out on updates. You know, and sometimes I'd even lie in bed and I'd think about the following day, and I think, oh, I need to remember this. Then I quickly grab my phone, I put in a reminder, I put a voice note for myself, so that the next day I know this is something that I can look into. And one of the tips that helped me in the business, and maybe it's so silly for some of us, but for me technologically, it is a great help, is to create a WhatsApp group for yourself. So what you do is you add a WhatsApp group to your phone between you and maybe a fellow member. And once created, you delete the other person so that you are the only member on that WhatsApp group. So in that way, you can send yourself messages, you can send yourself voice notes over WhatsApp. And I also, if there's something important on a WhatsApp group coming through, say for Planet IX, I've got a WhatsApp group for myself, me, myself, and I on a WhatsApp group. And I send that important message to myself so that I have it at hand if somebody asks me a question or I want to go back to a specific date. And then I don't have to scroll through thousands of messages that came up in the meantime. I've got the important messages at hand when I need it and when people on my team ask me questions about that. So, but remember that even with the most consistent and well-organized person can sometimes slip up. But you have to keep on going, even if you make a mistake. Don't be too hard on yourself. The next point I want to touch on is very, very important to me. I think of all the points, and the first speaker also touched on it, and that is to keep on improving or developing yourself. And that will help you to lead a more meaningful and connected life. Now, I come from a science background and I've studied for 6 years and I've got 3 degrees, but that was many, many years ago. But I have not stopped learning. I have stayed a student of life. One has to keep on learning to stay ahead of new developments. So if I look back, say 3.5 years ago, something 4 years ago, I didn't know anything about wallets, about crypto, blockchain, Zooms even. And say 1.5 years ago, I didn't know anything about NFTs or Web3 or buying or selling of NFTs and the platforms that you can do it on. But I had to put in the effort to educate myself and be open to new avenues of making money. And Crowd1 has given me that opportunity to explore those avenues and the different streams of income. And for that, I am forever grateful. And do I know it all? Certainly not. I am not where I could be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be because I'm teachable. Don't be a Mr. Know-it-all. Every time you learn something new, you are a step closer to being a better you and to reaching your God-given potential. All the help is out there, be it through Zoom meetings and the Saturday night live events, the news in your back office, Discord, Derek or Udo's training, but it's still up to you if you want to make a success of your business. Now, I had a professor at varsity and his favorite saying was, a short pencil is better than a long memory. So, Sarah, I also like what you do is you've got your notebook, you make notes, you don't have to wonder, oh, what did they say? And maybe forget an important thing. You're making notes, and I want to encourage people to do that. When there's a weekly update in your back office, or whether it's like the leader school, have your notebook ready and make those important notes. And then I want to close off with the following: have fun. And thank you, Raymond, for sharing this on a WhatsApp group. It's a quote from Zig Ziglar: successful network marketers rarely retire, but it's not because they need money. It's because they're having so much fun and they would miss the personal and social rewards that network marketing provides. Now, we've had so much fun in our team because of Crowd1. We joined the amazing cruise on the Mediterranean Sea in 2019. And we've been on desert excursions in Dubai, and with the Dubai office opening. Our team and other leaders in Crowd1 have become some of our closest friends. And that's all because of Crowd1. And for that, I'm truly blessed. We are members of a worldwide family, and we are having fun while we're earning. And that's it from me for today. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you so much, Caroline. That was lovely. And I have to say, the WhatsApp tip that you talked about, it's nice to hear it's not only me doing that. It's actually a very, very smart thing. Because otherwise there's so many things coming in and out all the time, right? So it's very, very, very useful. It's a very good tip for all of us. Now let me see here how I can get myself back on screen. Can you stop sharing, Caroline?
Okay. There you go.
Yes, brilliant. Thank you so much. And then I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. Brilliant, brilliant. Again, very good. And I did take notes, and I hope more than that others did that as well, because notes are actually very, very important, I do believe. Now, you talked a lot about staying ahead in the game and don't quit. And I think those are the very basics that we all need to make sure that we, really take to our hearts. It is about constantly improving ourselves, constantly learning. Every day we learn things. And that's why we have, for example, a great app like Mindo where you can learn. But also there are tons of information on YouTube, on other medias as well. And we learn from each other, right? And yes, we are in this kind of business because of the networking skills and so on. And I do think when you're in this business, it's about people, right? It's about having fun. And it is important that we remember to allow ourselves to have fun. Because the more fun we have, the more interesting it will be, and also the more success we will have, right? And every journey starts with a small or a single step. So it is always, you know, you get your goal, you have some milestones on the way to receiving or to reaching your goal, and then you surpass the goal. Then you make a bigger goal, and then you continue. So it is about, you know, staying on the tip of our toes, getting aligned with people, friends, our networks, both uplines and downlines, and together we're stronger, right? So with all this, I think we had an amazing lineup of 3 brilliant speakers today. So thank you very much for taking the time to do this and for all of us to learn from you. For all of you listeners out there, I hope that you found some, you know, bullets or some pointers that you will keep in mind for the rest of your day, week, month. It's already May 2023. I don't want to stress anyone, but already almost a half a year is gone of 2023. Time certainly flies. But as long as you stay ahead in the game, you keep on trying, you keep on doing things, you keep on reaching your goals. That's how you will be successful. So with that, I wish everyone has a brilliant, successful upcoming week. We will have the next Leader Speak session in a month's time. We always have it in the beginning of the month on a Tuesday, 2 p.m. CET time. Now, because we have something called winter time and summertime in certain countries, you might have noticed that today it seems that we started 1 hour earlier. We actually didn't, because now it's summertime. So 2 p.m. CET time is the time. We might have a chat with some of leaders across the world to see whether we should change that to a 3 p.m. For later sessions, but we will get back to you with more information about that. Now, one thing, or actually 2 things. If you're a manager or above, do not miss our C1 leadership calls that we have every Wednesday. Make sure that you tune into these, because it's an excellent tool and channel for you to receive information firsthand from Crowd1. The second thing I want to remind you is Emperor Nights. June 14th is the day. So please make sure, put that in your diaries. Do like Caroline said, and make those kind of, reminders, so you don't have to keep everything in your head all the time. June 14th is the day. So with that, I wish everyone a great week ahead, and I see you when I see you. Bye.